What's up everyone, welcome to this video. First off, I'm gonna be in Portland and Seattle next week for a few days, so if anyone watching this video is from the Pacific Northwest or has visited Portland and Seattle and have any recommendations just for clothing stores, restaurants, really anything you think is fun, let me know. I was in Portland about a year ago visiting a friend and I have a few stores that I want to check out again, but I would definitely be open to more recommendations. And I haven't been to Seattle in 7 or 8 years, so definitely not familiar with too many stores or anything out there. And if you guys have any recommendations for Seattle, that would be awesome, so let me know. And now getting into this video, I picked up a pair of shoes about 2 weeks ago. I guess these could be considered like low top boots, and I've been meaning to make a video about them because I think they're a pretty sweet model and I haven't seen too many people picking these up. But the shoes that I picked up are from Danner, and this is actually going to be my second pair of Danner shoes or Danner boots. I picked up my first pair of boots from Danner about a year ago at this point when I was in Portland, and I picked it up from the Danner store. Now I'd been actually looking at a pair of Danners for a few months at that point, but hadn't really decided to buy a pair because they're pretty expensive. And then when I was in Portland, they don't have any sales tax, so I figured that would be the best time to pick a pair up, especially because I could try them on in person and see how I like the fit. So these are the ones that I picked up a year ago. I think these are called like the Danner Mountain Lights, and they're like this light brown color with these navy shoelaces, and they have a really unique look with this like leather flap kind of running over the top of your foot, and then just these like silver eyelets. So these are obviously just a hiking trail boot kind of vibe, and these have a nice chunky Vibram sole. When I bought them a year ago, I actually wore them out the store and wore them for like 3 days straight, walking around a ton in Portland, and had no issues. They broke in within minutes and are really comfortable, and I should definitely wear these more often. It's just a little bit hard in Los Angeles where I live. But these are the shoes that I ended up picking up a few weeks ago. These are the Danner Trailfield Low, and I went true to size with these. This is a size 12. The other Danner boots that I have are also size 12, so I recommend going true to size. The only difference is that the brown pair of boots that I have are a regular width, and these shoes only come in the wide width, and I think that's like the EE width is what it's called. And to be honest, I have a slightly wider foot, I'd say, and I have no issues with these. I wouldn't say they're like significantly wider than a normal boot, but they definitely have a little bit more room in the width. So I picked these up because they remind me a lot of some shoes that I had a few years ago that I made a video about, and the shoes I used to have are called the Diem Cornaro Oxfords. I think that was a model, and I'll put a photo up of them so you guys can see how they look. And they looked very similar to these, and I really love those shoes. I wore them a ton, like a few years straight, and after just wearing them for a few years and beating them up, I got a little bit tired of them, and I wanted to kind of find a new pair of shoes that I liked wearing, so I sold those. And since I sold those, I've always been kind of thinking about them. They're just a really nice shoe to have in your rotation, have a cool look, but they're also not too loud or anything, and that's why I decided to pick these up, because they look exactly the same. I think these are a little bit cooler because they're a little bit more unique. Similarly to the boots, they have this like piece of leather that runs over the top of your foot underneath the shoelaces. These came with 2 pairs of laces. They came with this gray pair and a black pair. I left the gray pair on. I think it's a nice contrast. And then they have these like matte black metal pieces for your shoelaces, and there's a little Gore-Tex tab on the side. So I read online that these are supposedly 100% waterproof. There's a Gore-Tex lining on the inside, so your foot should not get wet. And honestly, these are really thick on the inside. Like there's a lot of material going on in here. I've worn these about 2 times now, and they're really comfortable. Haven't had any issues, similar to the other pair of boots that I have. And then these have a chunky Vibram sole. Really like the look of these sole, and I like them because they don't have too much of a heel. They're kind of low profile, but overall this shoe is pretty hefty and chunky, so they look really good with some loose pants, and I only really wear loose fitting pants, so that's perfect for me. These can become a daily pair of shoes for me. So I'll definitely be posting a little bit of some video of me wearing them and how they look on me. And the shoes came with this pamphlet, and there's a few things that are interesting here for me. So they offer a 365-day warranty. So this basically says, we guarantee that each boot shipped out is built with the utmost quality for year after reliable year of hunting, hiking, or working. And that gives us the confidence to commit to a 365-day warranty across our entire line of footwear. So that's one thing that's cool, a year-long warranty. And then this also has a section called recrafting, and the recrafting section says, the fact is, even the best made boots will wear over time. That's why we have an entire team of skilled individuals who can repair your well-loved boots, whether you need replacement components, resoling, or a major overhaul. Our recrafting team can often keep a pair of boots out of the landfill and get them back on the trail, workshop, or wherever your next adventure takes you. So that's something I think is cool, because personally, over the last few years, I've been trying to buy clothing that lasts me a long time, won't really go out of style, and I won't need to update super often. So that's something that's cool to me. It seems like overconsumption has become kind of trendy to talk about in social media, and there may be a few reasons for that. Of course, the environmental factors, price. And then I think consumers are also just kind of getting fatigued with buying so much. But like I said, over the last few years, I've been trying to just slim down my wardrobe, only buy things that I can wear for a long time, have good craftsmanship, will stay stylish, and suit my style well. So hopefully I can wear these shoes enough to eventually send them to recrafting, and that'll probably take a very long time, but we'll see how long that takes. But anyways, if you guys have a pair of boots from Danner, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I have 2 pairs of shoes from them now, and I personally love both of them. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I'll be in Portland and Seattle next week for a few days, so please, if you have any recommendations, throw them in the comments. Let me know what you guys enjoy doing out there, what stores you like to go to, what restaurants you like to go to, any nice walking trails, hiking trails, things like that, any nice little towns on the drive from Portland to Seattle. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate all the support on my recent videos. Definitely try to leave a like. It helps the channel a lot. It helps me get an idea of what people are enjoying. And thanks again. I'll see you guys in the next video.